Welcome back to Speak Your Truth with Charlie. I am Charlie. How's everyone doing? So, I just wanted to give you guys a brief follow up of everything that's going on with me. So, if you saw my video about my upcoming surgery, right? My surgery got postponed until December 5th, as it stands. Um, It's actually been hard for me to get on to do a video because, quite frankly, I was going through a bit of a depression. When I heard the news, I started busting out in tears. Um, not, it's just because it's been at this point 4 years. It's been 4 years since I've been trying to get this surgery, right? And obviously, I'm in pain, right? And you go from specialist to specialist, you get all these tests done. Even before you go to surgery, as I was telling you guys, I had to get blood work, I had to get an echogram, ultrasound, you name it, I had to do it, x-ray as well. And so you do all of that for still the outcome to be that you can't get surgery. It's like, what's the deal? What is the deal? What is the problem? What is going on? And then the reason that I couldn't get surgery is because they said that it's a medication that I'm on. That's also in my chart, by the way, that no one told me to stop taking 11 days before the surgery. Because honestly, they didn't call me for the surgery until, to give me all of the instructions until the day before. So my surgery was Friday of last week. They called me on Thursday of last week. And then when I'm telling them all the medications, then they're actually, taking them down and everything. And I'm like, it's on the my chart. And she was like, well, I don't have access to the my chart. Well, the doctor does. You know what I mean? So I didn't understand that, but that was the progression with that. Um, and can I tell you guys something? In addition to that, right? It was just like I go on the my chart after we talked, right? And now the medication was missing. And I'm like, why is it missing? Right? And it's the Manjaro. I've talked to you guys before about me getting off of Ozempic and being on Manjaro, and all of those type of things. So if you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch that video. Um, but it's like 11 days for that. And then the other thing is I'm also on aspirin, right? But the great thing is because I've had so many different procedures, they always tell you 5 to 7 days get off of aspirin. So I had got off of the aspirin on Sunday. Sunday I didn't take it. And so it was like 6 days up until surgery. So, I just remembered that, but no one had ever told me anything about the Manjaro, or even when I was on the Ozempic, no one had ever told me to stop taking it, right? So this is the first time I encountered that. And then on top of that, when I'm telling her, like, no one even told me about the aspirin, but I remembered that. And then she's going to tell me, well, when you had your appointment in April in Santa Clarita, we did tell you about the aspirin. Girl, who's going to remember that from April? April to July. I'm about to be 48 years old next month in August. So who's trying to remember all that? Like, girl, what? So, needless to say, I didn't have my surgery. It's rescheduled for December 5th. And it's like, you messed up. But now you want to go ahead and postpone my surgery till December 5th. You know, it's like your mess up, but now I have to wait 5 months. Like, really? When I've already been waiting 4 years. And so it's frustrating. Our healthcare system in the US is something else. It really is something else. Okay, you guys, so I had to take a brief intermission, but as I was saying, the healthcare system in California is just absolutely horrible. It should not be each time that you go in for surgery for something serious that you're waiting so long. Because I was even thinking back to when I went in for surgery for my hysterectomy as well as the repair of my hernia, because they had put a mesh in me in my abdominal area. So I had to get the mesh removed, right? So even for that surgery, I had told them from the initial surgery, because the first surgery for them to put the mesh in, after that surgery, and that was in 2016, right? I told them, I said, I'm having a lot of pain. Anytime I stretch, I move, I'm feeling like my insides are pulling, right? Oh, well, just give it another year. You should be okay, da 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 da. I went from doctor to doctor. Oh, we don't see anything. Everything looks good and everything. So now we're up until 2020. So that's when they did the surgery, right? When they go inside of me, they said that the mesh was basically sticking to my intestines. It was definitely pulling, and they don't understand how I've been dealing with all of this all along. When I told doctor after doctor, mind you, the issues that I was having, right? We can't understand how you were dealing with all this. And so it was that situation, right? So it took 4 years for that one. Now we're past 4 years with this one, to be honest with you. June would have made 4 years, because that's when the second authorization expired for Loma Linda. So now we're July 31st, right? Today is July 31st, Wednesday. And we're going into August now. So now we're 4 years, 2 months. And now I got to wait 5 more months to get the surgery that's needed. Okay? So if most of you haven't seen my video where I talked about my condition, I have a prolapse. And what a prolapse is your vajayjay, your rectum area, and also your bladder has fallen. Now, 5 months ago, they told me that my bladder had fallen 70% already. And 5 months ago, they also told me that my vagina was at a stage 4 in progression of falling. Okay? What they rate that as far as percentage, they didn't tell me. In addition to that, they said that my rectum area was a stage 2. Stage 2 going into 3, right? So it's like, this is a serious thing, right? Okay, getting back to my OBGYN specialist, right? She no longer does surgeries, but she's the specialist in the field, right? So she's the one that got me in contact with the surgeon, Dr. Dallas. Okay. And my last visit with her, she told me that if my bladder falls out of my vajayjay, just push it back in. Now, you guys tell me in the comments what you think about that statement. Is that normal? Is that a reason? Does that sound like a sound enough reason for me to get my surgery, right? And not be postponed to December 5th? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. I would love to get you guys' opinion of that, because I'm at a loss. Like, I don't understand why I'm getting so much of the runaround, right? And so that is my situation. I don't want to be completely long-winded, but I wanted to at least let you guys know what's going on. So that's why you didn't get any videos about me going into the hospital like I said I was going to do, or me in the hospital bed, arriving at the hospital, leaving the hospital. That's why you didn't get none of that, because none of that took place. So I thought I should let you guys know. So anyway, please be praying for me. I'm trying to get in contact with the OBGYN specialist to see if she could contact Dr. Dallas, because I've tried to contact him directly and they just transfer me to one extension after another extension after another extension, and I can't even get a voicemail for this doctor. So I wanted him to know the seriousness of how I'm feeling, the pain level, the fact that I work, and now I'm thinking of how I'm going to work for the next 5 months in this kind of pain. So it's a whole trickle down effect. And so just pray for me. That's what I'm doing to try and keep my wits about myself. And I'll be talking to my therapist in a few to let her know, because she doesn't know that I didn't get the surgery, and she knows how much pain I've been in as well. And so it's trying to get, you know, everything situated. So like I was saying, I contacted the OBGYN already and left her a message because she's the one that referred me to Dr. Dallas. So I'm hoping that she can contact him directly and see if it's any possibility to get me in sooner. I already told the nurse as well that I'm open to any cancellations as well, to, you know, progress some way in my journey, you know. And so it's all of those things, because without this surgery, I don't know, it just doesn't give me the motivation to do the other things, because I'm also in my weight loss journey as well, and I just feel like it's hindering everything as long as it's taken. So I'm hoping that something works out so that it could be done. But definitely keep me in your prayers, everyone, because this is serious, and as long as it's taken, it's worrying me that something else can be happening internally. And so, yeah, that's something that definitely needs to take place real soon. So again, keep me in your prayers. Pray that Dr. Dallas gets an opening. Pray that Dr. Hollingsworth is able to reach Dr. Dallas. Pray that I get an earlier date. Pray just over everything, because even with me not being able to work, that's going to affect me financially. It's going to affect my household. And I have a lot of people counting on me. So it's all of that as well. But I know some of you out there, you've been having challenges too. So I pray for everybody, because I know it's a difficult time right now. Food prices, gas prices, just to keep the lights on. It's a challenge right now. And I don't think I have ever felt the way that I felt in these last couple years, just trying to maintain and keep my head above water. I've never had that. I've always had access to do what I wanted to do. If I want to go out to eat, if I want to go here or go there, I've always made a way by just working that I was able to maintain my lifestyle. And now the extras, you know, you're like counting the pennies and counting the dollars and putting here and putting there, and it's different. It's definitely different. And so just tell me if you guys are having any of those challenges yourself, um, and how you're maintaining. How's your mental? How is your, you know, your positivity level right now with all of the things that are going on? So we can keep each other upbuilt. That's the whole purpose of this, is so we can all talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it and you hold it inside, that's another problem. So definitely talk about it. The other day, I just couldn't stop bawling. I was just crying, 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 because I was just like, man, another 5 months of this. Like, God, can I do it? Like, for real. And so you just got to be real with yourself. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. If you need to, talk to a therapist, a professional, do that, because we're having some tough times out here. We really are. And so we need to stay prayed up and pray for each other. So I just want you guys to know that even with all my circumstances, I'm always praying for you guys. Just praying for everybody. Even when I see the weather, even though it's hot right now, right? I pray for the homeless people that's out there, because they're getting burnt up. Can you imagine 112 we've had out here, 12, 13, and people are just sitting outside. They don't have water, and their skin is just burning. You know what I mean? They can't go into cold, go into the AC like we do, right? So I pray for them. The fires that's been going on, I've been praying for the people that have encountered that, because it's a possibility you could lose your house. Right now we have a fire out here in Apple Valley. Thankfully it's not on my side of Apple Valley, but even the people that are going through that, I pray for them that they house withstand, because nobody wants to be homeless, okay? So pray for them too, for the people in Apple Valley, the people that I saw in the news. I can't remember what city they were in, but their gas just got cut off Monday, because they said 20 blocks are having issues where the street is lifting. So I prayed for them. I said a prayer for them. So all those people have to come out of their house. They have no gas, no nothing. And so that's horrible. You know what I mean? That's absolutely horrible. When you own your house, you put into your house, and now you have to leave your house and probably don't know where you're going to go. So that is something too. So it's a lot of people dealing with things out here, and we got to stay prayed up for our families, but we also got to pray for everybody else, right? Because we're all a part of the same things, probably in a different way, but we're all experiencing the same things in some way. So anyway, I love you guys, and until next time, bye-bye.